Alright, Redlof, the floor is all yours.
Okay, right. Let me reset real quick. Just to abide the rules. Just in case this turns out to be something remotely decent. Which it probably won't. Not in the best condition. But,
Always good to be prepared.
yeah, unfortunately, takes a while to adjust to any kind of sleeping schedule for me, so oopsie. And the paramedic thing didn't really help either.
Sorry about that, but it was for the kids.
Yeah, it's understandable. Gotta get back to the was anyway. More suitable for me. Anyway, hello, welcome to Beats, LCS. Same city, less definitive, but the good old classic reliable. Barely need any remasters, thankfully. But yeah, should be ready to start whenever.
Alright, count me in.
No, I'd rather you do whenever. I'll start as soon as you say go.
Alright, fair enough.
It's the
3,
okay.
2, 1, go. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
I even started the timer with the new timing rules. So, let's go.
Yes, same here. Finally, these are actually making sense. Even if it's unfortunate 18 to 20 second cutscene at the start. But you know, if it's same in VC, it's fine. We can endure. The all very few of us who ever touched this game. Anyway, yeah, first mission, same as usual. No noticeable changes just yet. Just gotta make sure that you do the actually seemingly for most fairly hard trick of bailing out into the marker and trying to turn your gun around. Yeah, the first mission is the same as usual, just being introduced to the world. Well, first, best buddy here, Vincenzo. He's a bit too short, you can barely see him, but his ego, that's nothing short about that. Fortunately, getting too preoccupied in looking at him and messing up a bit, but it's fine. Oh, well. It clearly shows there too, no bailout, but it's also fine. At least I got the exit. Yeah, unfortunately, no Giga fun facts about any special vehicles or anything like this time around, because well, this time wasn't quite suitable for the few options I could have potentially had as a co-commentators, but hopefully I'll manage on my own fine-ish enough. Careful there, Mr. Officer. One may ask, why are we visiting safe house instead of going for the objective that the mission requires you to go to? Well, I may say that you'll soon find out, but I'll just spoil it early. Once again, those who've seen this plenty of times should already know, but just in case there are new faces, you need to change back into your casual clothes so you'll be allowed into the JD's club for the future missions. 5 minutes from now, I think. Because if you're in Leone's outfit, at least when you're trying to get his first mission started, it's not gonna let you to, because you're attracting too much attention. And there's really no better spot to change your clothes than this time around. Bit inconvenient, 20-second time loss, but you do what you gotta do. Yeah, the mission is really nothing too much to explain. It's just running some quick add-ons here and there. Just being treated as a dumb muscle. Conveniently for plot and, you know, just driving here and there. Getting accustomed to the mechanics and all that stuff. Yeah, no definitive LC, Pogus. Who knows, for some it may be... This may be a definitive one. I'd say it is for me. It looks smooth enough, smooth as ever. But yeah, the guy we delivered before was unfortunately put to rest by these very rude Sindako boys. We had to do exactly revenge. Thankfully, having bikes in this game as opposed to the triple is a very good feature, so you don't need no guns or anything like that. Maybe having an Uzi would be convenient, but the fixed spawn is not the best, and I don't think anyone really drops one. There's no really gang members of any kind like that. I don't think anyone even drops a shotgun. Just unfortunate downgrade, but to be fair, shotgun is not the kind of weapon you want to be using in a console title like this. It's like the auto aim and the shotgun and the fire rate it's got just don't really combine too well. So just driving people over with the bikes is good enough. There's nobody extra armored or anything like that. No. Oh, wish my wheel would be, back tire would be more armored, but at least I didn't fall. So for now, this will be the final, just for the time being, add-on for Vincenzo. As we finally get introduced to funny old gentleman named JD, who's gonna be providing us with even better tasks. What we did was last mission was really also not too important. At least I don't want to be thinking about it too much. We just try to like recruit JD on our side, or at least get closer to that. So we gotta this time lose attention of the Sindakus. All about managing the attention. Sometimes it's too high, sometimes it's too low. And we are the ones who have to be on the lookout for that. Yeah, if any people, by any chance, remember the GTA 3 mechanics, the pausing one, this is basically the same stuff here. It's got very few uses, but I don't know if it's even... We have like 3 uses total, maybe? I don't even know if it saves like 5 seconds or something. But just convenient micro optimizations here and there. Since the markers usually stop you on their own, you don't need it anywhere else. And there's really very few stationary pads. But for what it's worth, it's also a nice addition to the very fairly empty strats folder for this game. Right, anyway, JD, also, we're also ditching him fairly quick for now, because we're about to be promoted to be close to the top dog, Mr. Salvatore Leone. Thankfully, in this game, he lives through all of it. We can, well, yes, we're not enjoying the cutscene performance of his, but just enjoy a few of his appearances here and there. He's a very cool fella. Unfortunate that he was treated the way he was back in 2001. Fortunately, Mr. Sal has a broad problem. He was trying to secure this very important location for the mafia business. He set up a certain female face to run business around here, and just as we step in, we're being informed that we need to go down and try to settle the now gone rogue head of the sport. She's now gone very greedy. We offer her some of money, she takes it, and we are being set to die here. Thankfully we didn't get knocked off or anything, but yeah, these fellas, they run again after you. Pretty annoying. Since you want to escape fast, this is like obviously the best way. Just parking there, next to the after the cutscene location. But problem is that these guys are so fast. If there's few of them, like 2 or 3, that might be blocking your direction, you're gonna get knocked off, and that's gonna lose you time. Thankfully, there's very rarely any one of them at the start here who have Molotovs. But if they do, by any chance, that's also problematic. For health reasons, obviously. But if all goes smooth, just quick mission, because thank you almighty bikes for your existence here. And now that this unfortunate problem in the port rise, we're gonna have to be dealing with it for the time being. Next 3 sales missions, I think, we're gonna have to revolve around that before we can actually get to anything more serious. Best way of bribing the male workers here, strikers, is giving them girls. You know, if you drop them out, that counts. Whatever happens to them afterwards is none of their concern. I delivered, it counted. Simple as. Why do we do all of this? Because, like I just said, it counts. So you don't get any kind of penalty, and you get extra spawns once you kill them after the delivery. So 3 extra spawns on the map, potentially reducing the RNG penalty that you may have with this mission. This is one of the few, maybe the only one, that I can think of, marker that doesn't stop you when you need to be finishing up your objective. Yes. Another use of the pause here, while, you know, also collecting the girls at the same time. Anyway, that's about it for now for Sal. Taking a few breaks here and there, just keeping it all fresh. Now we go back to our favorite little buddy, Vincenzo.
Street crime is on on the retreat from today.
He has a problem with unfortunate employees. You can totally understand. Leonis are not the brightest kind in either GTA 3 or this game. Yeah, okay, a good pathfinding buddy. Fortunately, his mate also was blocking me, so I couldn't go a bit forwards. So he could not. So he could actually get in around the back. You know, you just gotta babysit the AI, same as usual in any other GTA title. Unfortunate moments here and there. But yeah, we have to save them after the, I think, gas station robbery or some stuff going wrong. That's, yeah, 3 stars worthy. You can either get a cop car around that place, or you can do exactly what I just did now. With the cop car you will collect some bribes, and with this it's a bit faster and a bit more consistent, as long as you know how to not get busted. Or get your tires popped. Just, yeah, quickly drive to the paint spray, the good old reliable, and you get your job done. And now comes a fairly new change compared to the last appearance of this run, which was back in GTA 2021. We now skip 2 missions, thanks to very interesting coding blunder by Rockstar Leads, with whatever wrong mission strands checks and whatnot. Maybe if there's certain powdinets in the chat, they can explain better, or maybe some Zaza guys, they're not asleep yet. So, I don't think I can put it into words too well. But yeah, normally we would continue with the last, for the time being, again. Mission of Vincenzo's. And then we would go here to keep on going with Sal. Yeah, sure, I spooked him alright. Thanks, cops. Okay, thankfully it's not an issue. Okay, well, that's an issue. Saw it coming, but couldn't do anything about it. Not the best pattern for this, but it is what it is. RNG in the early stages of this is pretty brutal, unfortunately. So we just try to cope and minimize the losses all the time. Yeah, like I said, with the cell, we're still dealing with the whole dog stuff. Now we were just scaring some higher ranked employees, which was very successful. Didn't even pop anyone's head. Now it's back to JD's. Some more important management issues. Oh boy, this is quite an issue. Our club is, oh boy, about to be blown up by some Sindacos if we, the player playing this, don't do something about it. First we gotta stop 3 vehicles. Let's say medium vehicles. Yes. 2 Sindaco Argentos, and then the heavies in this lovely Patriot that dies even faster. So not that heavy. Fortunately, the pattern, the first set was pretty garbage. Safe to say, the worst spawn you can get here. Not at least the rest was fine. The car bomb, yeah, not an issue. This heavy truck is just history now. And now, obviously, what would one mafioso do about this? Obviously, he would exact revenge in roughly the same scenario. But since you are a one-man army, you skip the part where you get any help on your side, and you just skip to the car bomb bit. Simple as. And since you are smarter than them, and they do not see it coming, I'd say your chances of success are 99.9. There are, of course, few situations where you... few exceptions where you might be screwed, but hopefully there's no unfortunate traffic or anything like that.
Who is that? Gonna beat you black and blue.
Oh, there was kind of a few guards, but... well... they're guarding the... yeah, this. Whatever is remaining now. Very incompetent. I think I cancelled that. That was just a convenient time to run and take the 2 phone calls. Few that are in the game. While we just have a convenient fixed PCJ spawning from the evening hours. 2 phone calls, we unlock 2 more mission destinations, and we're about to go to one of them. The first one being Amar Cipriani. And Mars missions are probably just about the same filler as... It's not really story important at all, but just kind of forced there as a filler, as opposed to the previous or the next titles. Well, actually, no, next title would be also forcing Umberto on you.
Erupted last night in
It's only thanks to the heavy glitches that you're free from that menace. But here, yeah, not so lucky. Thankfully, for the most part, these missions are just... yeah, they're fairly chill. The first one is... yeah, this one is auto-scroller.
More on LCN later.
I get to introduce you another character. I'm not gonna be doing any missions with him, but he's another funny fella who's funny quirks about him. And what we gotta do first is spy after him. Just to prove to our Ma that whoever she laid eyes on first, he's not that good. We may be a wimp in her eyes, but this guy... we'll try our best to be the best of the rest. Unfortunate traffic there. Okay, well, that's settled. Okay, hopefully I'm doing this fine. And this sound glitch is, probably should be pausing for it. Just in case anybody could actually hear it. Was not the worst kind, but still having a constant buzzing in your ears. A bit annoying. Anyway, we take the photo of Casa in the pretty embarrassing moment where he's in his diaper. Ooh, stinky. Now we're about to show these interesting photos to Ma, or at least to attempt to anyway. Okay. I don't want to have that despawn, so I'm better off reparking, I think. Big success. We sold these photos to Ma for $100. She denies any allegation that Casa is like a bad man. Diaper or no diaper, he's still a better man, allegedly, but why does she pay us $100 for these photos? Lord knows what the crazy old woman might be doing with those. I'll leave it up to the imagination of some of yous.
This is Tony Cipriani kicking your asses.
All of that reminded Ma, for the second time we're being here, that, you know, that brought up some pent-up aggression in her. She remembered that our character's daddy, the dad, Cipriani, that I guess is passed away, unfortunately, used to be the macho man, and we had to at least attempt to get on his level. So we, you know, let out that aggression on some triads. Oh yeah, they're kinda annoying. And that's fine. Triad rampage. We can do one of those every now and then.
Pick up some more stuff.
Just zoom in, shooty shoot shoot, zoom out. Simple as. And at the end you get a good boy points from your ma. Even if it might be very few, but good boy points? A cookie, maybe? What more can you want? It's unfortunate. Well, this went down. Now we get introduced to a familiar character that looks considerably worse, unfortunately, than the GTA 3 counterpart. Welcome to the very interesting bit that is Maria and her missions. Whoever was in charge of designing her stuff is very much seems to be disliking her. Maybe that's displeased, disgruntled or whatever Rockstar employee that was more into Latinas, you know, Catalina and all that. So if Catalina is now confirmed to be dead, might as well take a huge dump on Maria. Just expose her the most annoying, in the most annoying way possible. Present her as the most garbage character out there. First, she's being a massive B-word and just takes us for a stroll for shoplifting that we have to evade, of course. It's all on us, no one else. Second one is her drugs habit, for which she contacts sindacos and their dealers. Who would ever do that? Which also is very fun, but thankfully we still the one-man army, so it's not an issue for us. And then she gets into gets in touch with the proto-lost gang for some more thrill and fun, and she gets her ass as a top prize for this race that we now gotta win, whether we like it or not, just to save Dawn's women. That's 3 out of 5 missions that we do. Only 3, thankfully, are required. That was found out not instantly. It took some time, but I think by 2014 it was figured out. Yeah, other 2 missions are not really all too notable either. It's the same biker-y stuff and drug stuff. Just more damsel in distress stuff, except this time like the damsel is such a mess that you don't wanna have anything to do with her. So thankfully we were spared from that torture. Unless we do all missions, which is now most missions, because of the 2 missions that we skip, that get locked out of, that get completely locked after we finish Portland. But we probably might be doing extra 2 marine missions after the end of this. It only takes like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. Not big deal. I mean, if there were any incentives, probably wouldn't mind doing anything too long either. But I guess there's none of those, so I'll just do my part. Ooh. Okay, thank you, Mr. Checkpoint. Very nice. But yeah, back-to-back racing.
Regarding incentives, if you think of something that we could do, doesn't take up too much time, then sure. But the reason I didn't offer is just because I don't want to keep you up too late. That was all.
It's fine. Once I'm awake, which I very much am now, trying to somehow blabber my way out of this, should be fine.
There was someone who mentioned for you to do all missions, which is only like a couple of minutes at the end, right?
Well, I mean, all missions would require me to do those 2 missions that we skip. That would require me going back to those before finishing Portland. Because otherwise it's most missions. Still.
Oh yeah, very true.
And maybe some side stuff is better. But I don't know. Maybe somebody can...
Salesman, Pulsefish.
Oh. Yeah, I can do that for snow, sure. 7 levels of car salesman also sounds fun. Not as fun as paramedic, but if there's anyone who wants to see this, sure. But yeah, back-to-back racing, women in this game just really seem excited at an idea of putting Tony through torture, having to race and chase some wannabe hotshots around town, just so they can crap on him afterwards. Tony never gets the recognition he deserves for those, but at least he can win some quick buck here and there. But yeah, that was another attempt to earn good boy points from our Ma. So yeah, we got few more bucks for
Where are we going?
for our cookie fund. Now to some more interesting content from her. Now we go back to our boy Carson.
The money I owe, honest.
After last time, he was weirdly very, very naughty. But our Ma is not the kind to attempt to get a 1v1 with him. Maybe try to spank him while he's in his diaper. No, she's a very brutal kind when she's when she has that pent-up aggression at the peak. So she orders us to deal with Casa not paying for protection, I think. And we like do it just about as literally as what we heard just say, which is yeah. Our dad would allegedly get his guts for that. And that's what we do. We just invite him for a friendly chit-chat, while Mr. Clueless here didn't really expect that. Didn't expect him to see him like that in the back, on the way back. And we just chop him on the sawmill. So Funny Man is no more. But at least those who hate diapers can now breathe happily. Sigh of relief. Oh boy, that's a very good selection of vehicles here. Alright, fine. Probably the worst I've seen in a long time. Oh, of course. Convenient. Well, at least none of the Sindaco spawn, which are, after blowing up those, permanently aggressive towards you. Because, man, their titty club is gone. No titty, no fun. You know, gotta have some fun with in the mafia business. Fortunately, this is a big mess that should have saved some time here, but I lost plenty thanks to the very good RNG. Man, I forgot to put my special ISO with the constant PCJ spawns before this run. Unlucky. I'll get it next time. Oops, yeah, no, I'm very upset about that. So I'm failing the easy drive down. Anyway, now we take a little bit of a wee little bit of a break from so we can finish some of that unfinished previously dogs business. Because we need to earn some money. And clearly see we only earned 6,000 so far. I mean, sure, we spent some on weapons,
Hey, take it easy. We're not in a race. Hey, you're not
but
my
it wasn't
regular
that much.
driver. Who the hell are you?
And we already ran around plenty.
Go on. You do exactly what Salvatore Leone tells you to.
But I guess you can really expect Maria to pay you all too much.
Scared by this?
We'll see.
I'll do whatever you want.
That was a clear waste of time. Doing anything for her. Decent fence break here, but bit of a messy situation I found myself in. Had to reverse. But yeah, now we scared the culprit who started this whole mess in the docks. Miss Jane Hopper herself. Now she's scared shitless. Just like that. Snap our finger, and she's gonna be doing everything we want. But we obviously don't want what some may think. We just want business. Now we already quickly arrange a deal with the cartel in the docks over some dangerous stuff. And we gotta take a backup with us just to be sure. You know, being a one-man army is cool and all, but sometimes gotta give these brain-dead muscles a workout. But unfortunately, we like as little people with us as possible. We're a bit antisocial. You know, growing up with a ma like that, that's rough. We try to distance ourselves from the bunch. Then also being bullied by the likes of short guy Vincenzo is also not helping. So a little bit of aggression there too.
When real Americans get hungry,
We only have one space and we take only one guy with us.
welcome to the Pilgrim's Pantry.
The deal goes as smooth as ever. We just take the stuff, while Colombians get screwed.
Those are savages.
None of our concern.
Food and kept us from dying. After dessert, you
Just gotta save the day once again all by ourselves.
come try the best food this side of
Usually this
Jamestown.
guy we take with us
Feast that includes
is a decent enough
oysters,
insurance,
fish,
but
and raw turnips.
I mean he still kinda is, but now he does even less.
Part of dinner by strangling a turkey or
It's kinda hard to imagine doing less than just, you know, being useful for like a second or maybe by some miracle longer than that. And shooting the Colombians while we take a leave to a safer distance. Now that we use these Molotovs, yeah, he's barely needed, probably even less than a second usefulness. That's fitting, that's all the Leonis are good for. Now that we're back to Mars for the final business we may be doing with her, she deducts our social credit, our good boy points, because it's that time of the day, of the month. Even for an old lady like her, that's an issue. And she sends, you know, some lovely killers after us. Each set more dangerous than the previous one, but one-man army, not an issue. Few mollies here, few mollies there. And no harm done. Well, other than me just, you know, burning myself a wee bit. That's fine, just gotta keep ourselves in check. Can take the safety helmet anyway, while I'm waiting for the phone call too. Unfortunate time loss, but just, don't know, things don't really like to go your way all too much. Important, even if you may have plenty of time saved. Yeah, once again, the club is not ours, not yet, so the Sindacos are still heavily represented in this region, in this part of town. And they're still as aggressive as ever after losing their TT club. Boy oh boy, do they mean business. They actually caught our main man Sal while he was on his weekend break, if you may, looking at some high quality TT himself. And his weak time, he was caught like this. It's very non-gentleman-like.
I'm getting you out of there.
Was put into the trunk of this car and was nearly killed, but once again, not a problem for us. As soon as we learn of what's going on, we are here real fast. Aloha beaches. Got that reference. But we better not discuss it too much here. Yeah. Just some obscure titty talk. But better not overdo it, or else we might be needing a sponsorship from 7 days croissant too, Mr. Stig, not too long ago. So yeah, now that we've saved our man, Sal, he's the one. This time around, he's the one who exacts revenge. Attempts to, anyway. But we still gotta act as a backup, just in case. Sal is, for his age, is still pretty lively and all that, but just, you know, some fresher blood in form of Mr. Tony here. Just gotta make sure that everything goes according to plan. Okay, that's not too good, but okay. As long as they're there. Okay, now just gotta make sure to not start the next mission, because that one and the one after it, the two remaining JD missions are the ones that we're actually gonna be skipping because of good coding stuff. You can just come back to the earlier set of Vincenzo's missions. And just finish the last one here. It's just that simple. Once you finish it, you unlock the next one, the final one. Without phone call as well. Really bizarre, but really amusing too. Just two missions like that. You have to take a few detours here and there, but overall it's still like 3 minutes time save or something. Yeah, I'm not sure now, maybe it is on 9. Quite frankly, no idea. That meme category never saw the light of day. And, well, I guess now it never will. No need to do that. Ever. Even remotely, unironically. And now extra spawn here, as opposed to the usual early Hot Wheels that we do. We're here before midnight, so there's all 3 cop cars spawning. Past midnight, the one on the... I guess you can say it's the middle one, it doesn't spawn. Well, that doesn't... Oh, why am I... No. Ooh, okay. Brain fart. Excuse me? Guess I'm preparing myself for something in the future then. Disaster. Hopefully not, but... Guess I just reminded myself of the Rust runs a couple days back. But I flipped my car and had to then go for paint spray second time. Because bribes were no more. Huh, yeah, okay. Cool. The rain was really helpful, by the way. It's really hard to handle now. But yeah, now we just pay back Vincenzo for all his good deeds, in quotation. In quotations. He's been very annoying to us, very rude. Trying to assert dominance by making us feel like a lesser man. And we quit from him. No, why am I going to... That's why I shouldn't be talking too much, but... Inevitable brain farts, inevitable. Totally inevitable. I'm not gonna cut there. Probably should have tried, but... I would guess that will result in me falling off the bike. More likely than not. Anyway, yeah, there's a few detours here and there, just back and forth, but... It's still worth it, because these 2 missions that we skip combined take like... Actually, how much? 4 something minutes. Plus the 10 seconds you save on not having to wait for a phone call. But yeah, now we have the back-to-back Vincenzo action. Not having to wait, not having to have the little man wait for our presence. Now we're just gonna deliver the message that we very much don't like him and his stuff and his fake apologies that he would be attempting on the now non-existent phone call. Yeah, he arranges the meetup here to just, you know, do some business. Good old mafia business.
Oh, you have got to hate me.
Nothing too wrong with that. Just a wee bit of apology, wee bit of a business. But turns out it's a setup. Who would have thought? I mean, after hearing how annoying this guy is just from the very first dialogue in early game, it's, yeah, not too hard to draw a connection the further his missions go. By now we gained plenty of experience. Tony himself derusted on the regular mafia action, which is good. He'll need his top skills, as the action is gonna escalate further and further as time goes on. Now the little man is now dead. Now he's buried behind the cathedral at the cemetery. Okay, yeah, that's a free goal because I didn't jump off the bike. that was a sketchy drive there, but just because I have a free, like, okay, well, yeah, I guess back to the old times I had here. Cool. Once again, though, unfortunately, really suboptimal portal. Not as bad as even the best Girastron I had, but that's not gonna be short-lived greens for me. Anyway, let's not think about it too much, just you do what you gotta do. But yeah, now we don't have the epic second autoscaler here in Portland. We don't chase the heli anymore and don't kill any more poor triads. And we don't see the whatever's been happening at the end with Mr. JD. So, as they say, no vid, no did. So, simple as can just avoid talking about him at all. Let's just say that he got a peaceful end. A sweet release.
I'm sorry about this.
Just as he deserved. All this time. So happy for Mr. GD. And now what we do is finally take up some gang shit. Look at this. Hard action. Just what people need from these games. Just non-stop shooty shoot action. And why is that happening exactly? It's because, well, that certain mission we skipped. Would elaborate on that further, but now it's, well, a mystery. Let's just say somebody influenced these poor gullible Diablos into thinking that they're hot stuff. That they're worth more than, you know what they really are. That doesn't turn out too good for them. However, we still have to retreat, even after dragging them through dirt. And, you know, it is what it is. You asserted dominance, you showed that you were Chad, and then you just showed that you're an even bigger Chad. Territory, take it, I don't care. I'll take it back whenever. Can be asked. See you later, Diablos. Was a gang name like that? Psh, yeah, right. Wouldn't want to be anywhere near you. Better go back to our good old pals, Triads. See what they're up to. Just a small little task from Sal, but at this point in the game, unfortunately, it's not going to be simple at all. Sadly, not a walk in the park by any means. And it's our lovely factory, not a fish factory, not yet. Back in the glory days, it got its first kick in the nuts from these fish-eating fellas. Just because they also been very gullible. So, you know, they had that TT Club here almost being blown up, TT Club there was destroyed. Might as well have something to destroy ourselves, to compensate. Or, you know, attempt to show that they're also worth something. They're not just some small-time gang. They do just that, but at least we take our money back. It's fine. Sure, you pranked us, Mr. Big Triad Man. You happy with yourself? Hope you are. But unfortunately, all that gang aggression is not the only thing we have to be worrying about. As we also been taking part in some political behind-the-scene games, where we also have Maya on our asses, allegedly anyway. We've been blasted on all fronts, but that's fine. We only need our man Tony and Sal. The rest, you know, same as the Grove Street, can just... Oops, okay, that was dumb. They can just be fine on their own in the Portland for the time being. They'll manage. And for now, we're just, you know, gonna reside in Staunton a bit. Refreshing experience. Living in a dump, basically, compared to the big old mansion Sal has. And, you know, gotta stay humble, gotta remember the origins. The ghetto style. And now the GD missions are gone. The Portland chapter is complete. Speaking of Mayor, now that I've mentioned him, guess what's gonna happen? Exactly what you just saw. That's our type of revenge, just, you know. Attempting to, you know, exact one in the blind range. Just because we can. Mayor? Mayor who? Asshole? Yeah, I don't think so. We're running this town now. Get on this level, Triads. Don't think you ever will.
Tony. Going for the goal, 'cause I paid my penalties. Wait in front of me, y'all ain't seen the enemy. Thinking the enemy, but I'm on the Kennedy. When I fly back in, hope you
With his phone, we confirm that yes, indeed, somebody's been pressuring him into pressuring us. We very much not like that. Time for us to exact revenge on others. Jesus. least I didn't flip. Anyway, at least a wee bit of a pace change for a sec. Our protagonist's finally gonna get a recognition he deserves. He's gonna become a made man. Finally, after all this struggle, all this hustle, all this grind. He's been on a grind, on a partner grind all this time. He finally gets it. I guess I'll take the second call while I can. Why not? Yeah, well. Okay, I'll drive, I'll drive. Should have taken the freeway, I guess. Oh well. Now I'll need a whole lot of skippery on the splits because of the fake call management. Oh. Okay.
Tonight,
Nice pads.
Liberty City mourns the passing of its premier son, Mayor R.C. Hole, assassinated while jogging in
R.C.
Belleville
who?
Park. LCN would like to take this opportunity.
Get out! That's unfortunately very slow. Still okay enough. Fortunately, no bike. Couldn't get a PCJ to load in the memory on the way here. I'll just take this.
Tonight,
A bit slower, but
Liberty City mourns
overall
the
a good
passing
backup
its
option
premier
of a
son,
fixed
Mayor R.C.
Angel.
Hole, assassinated while jogging in Belleville Park. LCN would like to take this opportunity to extend
Tony
its
was
most
just
humble and sincere
going to the party,
condolences
he
to
got
his
made.
family and loved
And now,
And
Ma
later
is
on
no
LCN,
more
don't miss
mad
our
at him.
student fashion spot. It's
Finally.
too cool for school.
We closed that chapter as well. Oh, it was easy. Just needed to survive a shootout with these lovely hidden. It's fine.
If the poetry's not working, try the sun.
That's the kind of games they play in the Cipriani clan.
The Continental, sophisticated and open.
You know how these Spartans deal with their kiddos? Well, basically the same stuff here. Maybe a bit too late, but that's more modern style. Just 30-something year of age. Just gotta take a test. Shouldn't have looked away for a second. Oops. Unhelpful. But yeah, now that the mayor has been pulled out of commission, it only makes sense that there's gonna be election happening soon. And why don't we just take the opportunity and introduce our own candidate while we're at it? Who that may be, you ask? Our good old buddy, you know, the no was no, the good old buddy Donald. And if some may remember him and his questionable food tastes, well, now we're gonna elaborate on them some more. Which is exactly what we did in the first mission. We're proving our usefulness, signed the pact that we are on the same page by stealing a fresh corpse. Yummy. Still a better delicacy than sopa de macaco, I'd say. But that's, you know, that's debatable. Not that I would like to try any of those, but to each their own. We don't judge here either way. We can have opinions, but we don't judge too hard. And now we go to actual business. Politics, we play them dirty. Donald says that he doesn't want to, really, but his hand is forced. And so is ours, because, well, we are being automatically promoted to the hand status. We are the right hand, the left hand, both hands. We do whatever his heart desires, whatever is best for our interests. In this case, we start with simple propaganda. Yeah, we just, you know, shit on this Donovan guy. The predictable, boring boomer candidate. Yeah, right, who wants that? Fucking commie. Get that out of here. Oh, that was smooth. We just destroy a couple of, you know, vans in the process. It's not a biggie. All to assert dominance. To actually show that Leonis are worth something, even if it may be one man. For the most part. Who else but Tony? Ooh. Careful there, Tony. But all of this action is taking quite the mental toll on poor Tony, so... Since he's well, supposedly from a fairly religious family, I guess, and that'll probably make sense, with his heritage and all that. No, okay, understandable, yeah, sure. Not the right angle here too, right. But yeah, we just go and try to repent for our sins, but or atone, whatever. It doesn't go too well because of the weird confessional here is, you know, the mysterious voice behind tells us to do very weird stuff. But I mean, can you really argue with that voice? It's coming from the church. It's the holy voice. Certainly you can't. Once again, our hand is forced. Maybe unfortunate, yes, but, you know, not a problem for a one-man army. As long as our sins are forgiven, all is well. So we'll be visiting this place a few times. It's very important for our soul. I think we deserve forgiveness. But we still gotta work our way for it. That only makes sense. Now back to Buddy Donald. Who is, well, putting vans out of the commission and all that. Propaganda is good stuff, but clearly O'Donovan, being popular with the boomers, having all the finances, is a wealthier person, more influential. You gotta at least try to reduce the population of his rigging electorate bodies. He's gonna go on a simple rampage here.
An authoritative report was leaked to us disclosing a drug scandal amongst some of the nation's leading athletes. The president has confirmed heads will roll. Tune in later for an exclusive report from our award-winning reporter, Ned Berman.
Just, you know, 3 sets across town. All over the town. We do what you gotta do. Even if it involves burning people alive. That's all part of the grind. You don't ask questions, you just do. Either here, for the big rich man, or for the church. Holy voice. Doesn't matter. You just gotta be prepared at any moment. Any outfit, any moment. Even if you're asked to be wearing underwear only. It's anything for the Leonis, for the pride.
Tony!
And finally we are reuniting properly with Sal. Now he's not just giving us
Tony, look out! Gunman on those
his
rocks.
voice from from the other end of the telephone. We finally get to meet him in person again, even though he's been trying to hide from the authorities. All this heat, attention, giving him quite a headache, which is understandable for a man his age.
Watch the right, Tony!
He doesn't want to get into a big mess.
Gunman up ahead!
LCS was only my second. First one was San Andreas. It's the obvious console giant. It's impossible to avoid. But I mean LCS, yeah. That's a good start, if anything. Being able to start with anything on the PSP, having 3 GTAs, that's a blast.
Holy shit!
They're all unique experiences. That if you cherish those, you know, you might grow up with a better taste when it comes to other parts of the series. That's just my opinion.
The mayor wouldn't.
Just my little bit of take in between a very important lore discussion. Okay, I don't get a fast phone call here. Unfortunate delay. Oh. Garbage vehicle, so we just go on foot for the time being. Alrighty, just take a convenient M4. It's been a while since we got anything
Hurry, I'm going to
remotely OP. Our buddy Donald, well, he set us with plenty of bullets. He set us with a beautiful inferior choice. The regular all Uzi. So our MP5 was taken away. We just coped for a while, but now we have a big gun again. So it's all uphill from here on out. Yeah, that was just a wee bit of a boring autoscroller. Just travel around town, trying to be as non-suspicious as possible, while trying to find from Maya's ex right hand what was his intentions and whatnot. Who was behind. While the Secret Service was actually hunting after us. But once again, secret who? Don't think so. Yeah, banger, but it ended already, unfortunately. Plus, I think even that particular banger is a no-go if you wanna have a vote on YouTube.
I'm a lunatic, so fuck off!
Oh, that's Mr. Officer. I don't wanna see him anywhere near me.
Tony, let's
But
get out of
I'll
here.
have a
Get
choice.
me back to the limo!
Oh, that's actually really good HP. For a pretty, meh run. Pretty average at best. Surprisingly good HP situation. At least some upside.
Hey, Tony, thanks. I'll be in touch.
So yeah, now Sal was trying to snoop around a bit, just on his own, remembering the good old glory days where he was also quite the one-man army himself. Didn't go quite too well. Got into, you know, the sticky situation, like same as Sweet in San Andreas. Except it was not over any kind of hole, so at least that's more respectable. For an old honorable man like Sal is. But we still have to lend our hand to our boss. That's perfectly fine, as long as we also earn some quick buck in between.
Okay.
Which we did. It was a bit hard, that mission not the easiest one, for sure, but we're not in any kind of rush, you know, you usually have some weapons with you. The sniper can definitely help. More than once, but yeah, we'll just take one shot for convenience, for the speed.
What's happening here?
I think I missed someone, because I couldn't see because of the hood not falling off. That was a bit of mismanagement.
God, help!
Because, maybe I didn't, okay,
This guy's
never
trying
mind.
to kill me.
Decent. Nah, you would like to think that, but unfortunately, you know that console kiddies are the ones who gobble up the most, which is why they are targeted as the main market. You can say all you want about PCs, but it's only the consoles that salvage this stuff. Or for the most part, anyway. But the limited market on the first release on the PSP. Yeah, by PSP, I mean, I don't think too many people are interested in that. Plenty will, but not that many. And PS2, all that much later? Was it ever even promoted too well? I don't think so. I mean, still got pretty decent sales. DCS did worse, I'm pretty sure, and Chinatown was, yeah. Although Chinatown was also on a different platform from the start. Everything else, oh well, yeah, everything else. PSP and mobiles were just second and third markets for it, which doesn't help. Fortunate bit of HP loss here, but still okay enough, I think. A nice audio bug.
Behind us, Tony, behind us.
And somebody shot me still.
Right front, Tony.
Well, no damage. No damageless attempt this time either. Unlucky. Oh yeah, the previous mission, the big green filter one, And we just take a bit of a prank. Just to get introduced to some hardware that lets us take control of big boy Sindako's. Police Sindako's vehicle. Well, he was trying to make a truce with Forellis and just, you know, prank all the Forellis. Teehee, you dead. Simple as. They never suspected a thing. And the previous mission, second to last out of score. It was. Oh yeah, we get introduced to Mr. Leon. This story's corrupt cop who's trying to kind of help us for after we help him and all that. Eye for an eye, yada yada yada. So we also did a bit of a prank on the not so friendly Sindako fellas. And afterwards, even more pranks. This time it's Forelli's turn. Take turns. One after another. And there was allegedly an informant who would have revealed the information about our pranks prior to that. And we wouldn't want that. Like, come on, spoiling the surprise? No, you go drown. You don't release the information. Or you just go glug glug in sea. Appropriate for rally. Okay. That's alright. Where's my bike? Oh yeah, okay. No, please do not enjoy this. Let me take a leave, thank you. No, okay, I'm not gonna pick this one up. But I need to stop and pick up HP. Yeah, good thing I had spare fume, because this shooting cycle was not exactly too favorable for us. I ended up in a position where I couldn't really aim too well at the guys, and they were taking some good hits on me. Good thing it ended the way it did. And all that just to get forgiveness from the holier. No, Mr. Jesus Christ. All because we did too much naughty stuff. We just need to be forgiven. Or we just take some diamonds back. The thieves. Yeah, okay. What that was? Yeah, we just take those back. Thieves, yeah, they shouldn't have those. It's the property of the church. Maybe not really, but it belongs to God now, if God says so.
Police have been left with egg on their faces, as
It's
the
that
whereabouts of
simple.
the stolen diamonds is still unknown.
Whatever
For
God
an
may
exclusive
want,
report, tune in later.
he shall
Our
have.
award-winning reporter Ned Burner has all the
Even though
facts.
he should clearly have the powers, but, you know, we don't question that. If it also gets us, you know, Jesus points, then why not? Jesus wouldn't be that cruel to take it away from us. The good points. And what next does the god want? Well, that's the good old rampage. Destroy these dirty, dirty individuals who just pollute the earth. Those materialistic sinners. They do not deserve forgiveness. God said so. So they must meet their fate. I don't know what happened with that taxi. That's a one skilled driver. He really wanted to hang on for his life. That's admirable, I guess. There were more sinners along the way anyway. It's fine. And now we're back to the red splits. Unlucky. Baseballs. But Portland was not salvaging anything. Unfortunate. Now back to our buddy Leon. Oh, buddy Leon.
Fire truck frenzy overcame a Liberty City fireman today when he brought
So what
mayhem
does he want
to the
this time?
streets of Staunton Island. Fire Chief O'Reilly says none of his men are guilty, but eyewitnesses say an LC. Fire truck frenzy overcame a
Oh,
Liberty
he
City
wants
fireman
to
today when he
do
brought
some more
mayhem to the
prankings.
streets of Staunton Island.
Just a friendly
Fire Chief
police
O'Reilly says
pranks.
none of his men are guilty, but eyewitnesses
Not
say
as
an
friendly
LCS
as
fire truck
Mr.
was definitely
Tenpenny would do. But they're still a pretty quality. You just lure some of these fat boys into the zone. You know, the zone. So the hood boys, the yardies, can exact revenge. Yeah, unfortunate traffic there, but at least the recovery was okay enough. Probably the position I ended up at was in my favor, actually. We will take that. Don't really need HP all too much because I just get a refill now. Our buddy Leon is basically as generous as Donald Love. Just gonna give us a free of charge katana. JP bros, rise up. And armor and full health. So we probably ate something tasty. What a good lad. Maybe some donuts probably, knowing that he's a cop, you know, cops and donuts. I kinda forgot to do the thing.
You're messing with a real gangster now.
Yeah, I guess we're doing it now. Oops. Whoops. Oopsie. And now we just need to reduce the population of Arelis by 20. No more, no less. That's, you know... That's part of this three-step program of improving the Liberty City's environment by Mr. Leon. Gotta agree, they eat too much, they produce too much bad stuff for the pollution and whatnot. It's probably better for the environment. Okay, well, that dum-dum just yeeted himself off that small bridge, and he was too fat, so he exploded into pieces, probably. Falling on his stomach. Oh yeah, there's the unmarked guy. Now this is really not good. Oh, that was a ghost. Get Mr. Kyle on the line. That was a ghost. That's terrible spawns. Holy moly. Maybe there was another unmarked one, but I wouldn't know where to look, besides the usual point. Got away really slow again. I don't know, this mission is being unfortunately nasty the last 3 times I've been here. I kinda took the first few kills late, but still, it wasn't that late. Just the follow-up was all over the place. No idea why. And that one guy just offing himself is... that doesn't help. Oh, just a friendly bang. 20 minus, haha. You'll get a few more, I'm sure of it. Or at least, it's fine. Not a big loss. Leonis just have to cope with much bigger losses now that they've been forced out of their residence in Portland. So it's only fair. Eye for an eye. Okay. That's why Uzi is a bit annoying here. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well. Let me guess, that armor is probably gone, right? Well, doesn't matter, I guess. Unfortunate. And I wasted one too many on the mollies. Second to last. Leon's prank program. Bit, just, you know, giving the friendly neighborhood yardies a chance to shine. It's only fair that they get a slice of big pie. Cubans in Vice City, or Haitians, might as well give yardies a chance here. If Triads can, why can't yardies?
The city continues to be
Makes sense,
rocked by
right?
gang warfare as the power struggle between the Sindaco and Forelli mafia families.
Okay, that was really sketchy.
Continues to be rocked by gang
Oh,
warfare
hello.
as the power struggle between the
Fire truck,
Sindaco
shame
and
that I don't need
Forelli
you.
mafia families
This kind of run.
continues unabated. Both have been reported to have lost ground recently to emerging gangs, keen to take advantage
Oh, yeah,
of
just,
this
you know,
mafia
we're taking turns. Forellis, Sindacos, Forellis, some more Sindacos. It's... who cares? They don't deserve it. And now, apparently, according to God, the celebrities deserve it. They're so self-centered, they don't care about anyone but their own wealth and fame. They deserve it, if anything. Yeah, you know, I would agree. That's a reasonable request. eliminate some of those bad role models. Okay, well, how was that near me? Hello? Okay, well, never mind. We're good, we're good. Just take some convenient spots here and there. Use a fixed rocket launcher that we picked up early on in one of the forgiveness segment stuff. And now we got some more by destroying these fellas. Since they didn't wanna partake into any confessions, too bad for them. No more. They shall be no more.
TV moguls were swift to declare the actors really were dead, and this wasn't just a
And now, finally, after a while, it's time to go back to
the premiere of the movie
the roots
Uba
of
was
whatever
marked
we were doing in
with its three
Stompton.
stars.
Whatever we were doing, if you already forgot,
DB
election.
were slain dramatically on the streets of Liberty City.
Election's still going, we just took a bit of a break, a bit of a detour, but
Really were dead.
oh,
And
we
this
already
wasn't
dealt
just a
some
cheap
damage
publicity
to
stunt for the upcoming TV
Dumbo
show,
one.
Celebrity, Liberty City Survivor.
So,
Our
yeah,
award-winning reporter Ned Berner knows.
time to,
Tune in later for his
see, man,
exclusive report.
you know, make it concrete. Donald's name in concrete, as you know, he's the top dog. He's the candidate you want to vote for. He's the one your kids want to see as the next mayor. He is hip, cool, and all that stuff. He's everything. If you don't pay too much attention to his delicacies, he's everything you want to see in a leader. Now that we learned that Forellis are helping Dumbo's campaign, we might as well, you know, continue having our hand forced, smash them. Because they wholeheartedly deserve this. They brought it onto themselves, trying to rig the elections with fake ballots. Come on now, who would do that? We wouldn't. We totally wouldn't. And we would definitely not let anyone slide past us like that. No, 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 no. All fair and square. And now for the grand finale of Leon's top pranks. What would be the most important thing that you can prank these big mafiosos? Well, of course it's some artillery. Arms. They paid a lot of money for those, I bet. Even if it's just trying to illegally smuggle it, they still gotta, you know, pay some kind of price for those. Why don't we just destroy them?
Okay, we're good to
We'll
go.
have whatever we can get from ammunition, so, you know, everybody better follow suit. Otherwise, no unfair advantage in our sandbox fight.
There's another hitman after us.
Only, you know, gentlemen's. Only gentlemen's agreements on this stuff. And of course, some of these pranks and some of these
Bad news, Tony.
dirty election games that are not very much appreciated by rallies. They've been taking plenty of hits. That's not what you'd like to see. Why not try to assassinate the candidate? Huh. You know, nobody will ever see that coming or understand. Like, nobody will care afterwards what happened. I mean, the previous mayor just got killed while serving yeah, his term. Yeah. What's it for candidates? He's not even elected. Nobody cares. But we successfully just enter the beast mode and do our best to keep our buddy Donald safe.
Hey, it's time to crown the king and cuff the carrot. Let's grab the unicorn by the horn and keep this rock rolling.
So now, we don't take the exact revenge. Unfortunately, we don't see Mr. O'Donovan squirm or anything like that. You know, we'll be fair, given all the previous experience we had in this game. We just continue on our, you know, however many steps program plan and just do our best to keep it as civilized as possible. These fellas cheat. We just remove the advantage. Simple as. Fake ballots still being produced. Dumped. No, and exchanged. No, thank you. Clean the streets of that filth. We don't have any of that. It only makes sense to keep things fair. And we do exactly that. But now, we would like to assume that the final steps of the election are happening. It's time for us to actually make sure that we win. There's been the incriminating evidence piling up. Some of these mafiosos really can let it go. And as soon as Donald knows about this, he tells us to go and deal with it. And we will happily oblige, because that's important for us, that's important for Sal, for the clan, for the mafia. We just have to. It's honorable thing to do. Oh, okay, that helps. But the fixed Go-Go Fangio scooter exploded. Meanwhile, the main rocket didn't even hit the thing. Okay, that's
because we play the same music over and over.
Here's the chance to register to win a free trip to San Andreas and the Glory Hole theme park. Remember, rockers, head radio is.
so there's the evidence. There it is. All in this van.
Let's take a break.
What can possibly go wrong? Nothing. We escaped the deadly ambush.
A group of people that think the whole world
Some
is trapped in a computer.
fellas. No, not even the main mafiosos or anything. Well, some of them, sure, but those weren't the only ones. We just escaped that compound, safe and sound.
And they have to make the decision of their lives.
What can possibly go wrong now? Okay, that was lucky. Didn't shoot prematurely, so I saved my own ass there. Maybe thankfully no cops around.
There'll be much celebrating tonight as the industrial action that brought Liberty City to a standstill.
But yeah, as it turns out, some evidence still leaked. So it was reported on television that there was connection between our honest fellow Donald and the mafiosos. Mainly our main character. Because, you know, he is a big bad guy. That is heavily implied if he's associated with Donald. That's bad things. But not bad enough to, you know, have Tony himself busted. That's okay. You just bust Sal because, you know, he's not top dog anymore. It's just easier to bust the old man. As unfair as it may be. Who cares? You know, that's how the law does it.
Has been arrested by federal agents today after an extensive citywide manhunt. The FBI claimed Mr. Leone is the head of a crime.
And once we learn about it, first thing we do is go back to our boss. Only it's the first step we gotta take. But to meet him, we need to take the lawyer's outfit because, yeah, who would let you in looking like, you know, like an old-ass Tony? Probably no one. We just take it out of our pocket and have a switch of a uniform. And once we go inside, we just see Sal. How really unfortunate of a predicament he ended up in. You just gotta help the old man. Even if we'll have to take the whole town, we'll have to tear the whole city to pieces. If that's what it takes, we'll exact revenge. We tried to play by the rules and we were still brought down. Unbelievable. I mean, I guess that's why God just did it in the mysterious way he did. There's no reasoning with these simpletons who just play dirty all the time. To do the right thing, you just sometimes gotta take a little bit of force. Just a wee bit. So all that church stuff, cathedral, is, yeah, easy to understand. We just did what was right. Unfortunately, for now, for the time being, Donald is yeah, a bit upset. So, you know, going back to that topic, Donald is a bit upset on how things turn out to be, which makes sense. Because yeah, he was smelling the victory. He was an inch away just to be taken down like that. That's dirty. And he doesn't even have a chance to rebuttal or anything to prove himself innocent, or at least more innocent than his opponents. And there's nobody to help him, to listen to him, so he's just having a bit of a mental breakdown after being also stripped from his wealth. That's very harsh, you know. Millionaire problems. Just gotta be understanding. So yeah, now we just exact revenge on the Forellis, on the Sindacos, taking down their leader. Because he's a dirty bastard for what he's doing to an old man like that. It's really, really dirty. And unforgivable. And Sindacos really did deserve that kick in the nuts. Now they can just be without their leader. Screw them. No more leader kidnappings and whatnot. Only fair. I didn't even have a bike. Like, if I had that one bike, I would have maybe tried to do the thing, but... Worst moment. Just a bit off. Unlucky. Yeah, buddy? You agree? Yeah, his face agrees. Wholeheartedly. And now we take a long cycle, which I'll take time to enjoy the drink. But yeah, if there were any chances of me PBing, even by a tiny margin, they're gone now. This is a heavy blow, like really heavy. Oh well.
Disco, electro, and new wave. You throw it in the blender that is life and snorting it till we... Again, and again, and again.
Oh yeah, the first showside mission was pranking Forellis with, you know, in favor of 9s. Purple, red 9s, whatever. It was also for a good cause, just giving a small gang a shout out. Just so they can represent.
Running mafia feud is finally over.
Holy shit, I don't fucking believe it.
And now, after knowing that Yakuzas are trying to become the absolute overlords by also smuggling some heavy artillery into the city, yeah, we don't want any of that. We'll also take them down. We'll take down everyone. If that's what it takes, once again, if that's what it takes. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of time here, holy moly. Okay, well, is what it is. Didn't even save much time on the early showside missions, and then I'm taking the worst bridge cycle. Oh well, that's how it goes here.
Winner receives a gift certificate to Zip. That's where Mike gets all his cool threads.
Yeah, like a minute basically. Nice. Maria Yakuza's tank? Don't think so. Splash into the water. And yeah, these death warps, busted warps are all intentional, thankfully. I mean, I would have taken anything else, really, other than the cop car. Especially the one that was late, that late. If I need to get somewhere. Oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Nah, I should have maybe taken that rocket launcher. I didn't quite see what I was jumping, weird. Thought I was doing it correct. Oh well. At least not the water. It's fine. And now, out of the blue, we get contacted by the beautiful woman. Who also happens to be not just any woman, but the waifu of the big Yakuza boss. What does she want? Like, you might ask. Oh, well, she wants to humiliate. You know, do some unconventional, indirect CBT kind of thing on the guy. Because he just neglects the woman. And if that's what she wants, and if that's giving us some profit further down the line, we shall do so. Mr. Kazuki shall receive some CBT. Step by step. You should have thought twice. Instead of, you know, neglecting the beautiful, beautiful Toshiko. And you really don't know, Neb? If you don't, then I guess it best stay that way. It's fine. I'm not supposed to elaborate on some things. God damn it, all these PCJs not going my way. Man, hello? Stop?
It is fun! Film it! Yeah, why not? And you black out! The 70s and 80s were so incredible in Deutschland. Disco, electro, a new wave. You throw it in the
So yeah, this is the second bit of the CBT program. Just, you know, let's destroy some cash. We inquire that, you know, we might be needing some of it. Why don't we take it into our hands? But no. And if that's what the Princess Toshiko desires, it shall be done. Mwah, Queen. Queen, your desires, yes, yes. Your word is my command. Finally, an intelligent, independent woman that knows what she's doing and knows some drugs-addicted whore. Pardon me my language.
Do you think I'm a bad person, Mr. Tony?
Well, Princess, I ain't exactly a saint.
Simp? Yeah, more like you can cope,
A saint
dumbass.
wouldn't be much use to me.
I don't spend a penny. So cope and sieve.
My husband is samurai, Mr. Tony. He is very strong, but very, very bad. He only married me to become Makakashira in Liberty City. He has never loved me. He prefers the company of his men. Do you understand?
When he finds out what you're doing, you know he's gonna kill you.
I do not care for life or death anymore. Only freedom.
What a relaxing worldview.
Truly relaxing, truly. We can all learn from that. Oh yeah, now, third mission, just a bit of a relaxation. She knows how to take the pace. Just, you know, after some hardships there comes a reward. Not the kind of reward some dirty-minded individuals would expect, of course, but it's wholesome enough. You get some quality time with a lovely and kind person. Before there comes the final strike, we take our time to just chill a bit. if I may.
That was così fan tutte. L'amore un ladroncello.
Moral of the story, that one is true. This, but unironically.
Mamma.
Come on, Tony!
What the hell is them? Hello?
Get us out of here!
Jesus. Okay. Okay, buddy, thank you. I really didn't need you there. Alright.
That was no accident, handsome.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Really good. I really need the bike here.
I'll rock you for 3.5 minutes at a time. Here's vanilla smoothie.
And now comes the time for that one final strike. To put, well, not permanently, unfortunately, that'll be, yeah, it's not a thing that we can do really, as much as we want to. But we will take, that'll be a huge toll on the Kazuki's empire for the time being. He'll need some reinforcements straight from the JP. After this. What is this exactly? We just, you know, go 1v1 the scrub. And we ask him, you know, the obvious questions. Why is he neglecting of women? You know, spending time with men is all good and that, but if you have a, you know, the woman that's not really any worse than men's, why are you neglecting her? She's clearly shown to be a smart one, as well as beautiful. What's up with that? Are you, perhaps, a non-traditional kind of person, if you catch my meaning? If you catch my... yeah. If you catch my drift? Of course, we don't really judge, but still, it's really questionable. Does one person have to suffer? It's really inexcusable. Toshiko did nothing wrong, she didn't deserve that, obviously. You know, maybe they need some marriage counseling. Something's obviously not working out. They should be responsible adults and speak on the matter. Okay, yeah. I think I went closer here and it despawned the thing. Probably that's what you should not be doing, loading this area prematurely. Well, there goes my PCJ. That I pretty much really needed, but okay, I'll take the Sanchez. Whatever, run is pretty much really nothing too bad, really, except for really long bridge wait, but nothing good really about this either. Yeah, Kazuki wanted an honorable fight, but he's cheating with his bodyguards, obviously. You just can't trust him like that. Oh yeah, you know, battle for honor, just, you know, katana on katana action. But I will take my couple of bodyguards with M4s around me. No thanks, bud. Unfortunately for the princess, yeah, that's... like she said, she didn't really care about life or death anymore. She got her CBT plan in action. Kazuki received all the pain he ever deserved. And Toshiko losing the purpose in life is yeah, very much sad. Didn't really have much to live for, so just hold a candle for her poor soul.
Tony, transportation would be a boon. Head for the airport.
Sometimes there's really no place for miracles. You would want to believe that Tony would be able to help her, but I guess she's really honorable woman.
Even Avery would be proud.
If she's connected to this person, and still is, even if after he's dead, basically, you know. She will stay faithful till the end. So there's also something to be learning from this.
Oh, capital Tony! Quite literally. Now let's get this back to the safety of my,
But now, after this chapter is closed, this really unfortunate ending, but it's time to stop grieving. We grieve for a moment, but we move on. It is what it is. It just that stuff just happens. That's life. We just go back to our buddy Donald that suddenly got a genius plan to regain his wealth in a whole different way. Elections. He needs elections. He's disappointed in the dirty game politicians are doing. He tried his best, he basically succeeded, no matter what some may say. Although no one is elected, but he doesn't have anything going for himself. He's just a placeholder, basically. Candidate. Who cares? But after some apology and some negotiations, we just go and help our buddy again. Friendship restored.
Okay, I'll get you the photos. I stashed the film in my lockup.
If we get some prizes in return as well, why not overlook some hardships before? Some harsh stuff being said. We can forgive. We were forgiven by a, well, apparently turning out to be a prank godly voice, but maybe it wasn't all the time that pranky voice was behind our tasks. Who knows? Maybe some of those missions were God after all. But yeah, we were learning to forgive. Just to be forgiven in return. That's exactly what we do here. Of course, some money in return wouldn't, you know, that would help. It's all it's just gentleman stuff. You have words, that's very important, but some monetary, yeah. Just gotta sign a contract. For the proper gentleman agreement. So yeah, in first chapter of his big ass return, we kill his mentor, straight back from Vice City, Avery Carrington. Because he is expanding into this region. And you know, he was the one who was corrupting the poor Donald, trying to make him play dirty all these years. Sometimes even the poor soul, poor and pure soul like Donald, has to give in, has to play by the harsh rule of the world. And so his hand was forced yet again. We got along with him on the ride and had to steal the easy profiting scheme and all that from Avery. You know, he's decaying, his time is up. He's relying on some unreliable Colombians that were wrecked in the port deal during middle of the Portland segment, if you all remember. If that's the best they can operate, their leader, allegedly Miguel, takes a big hit that some would even assume that he's dead. Yeah. You wouldn't want to rely on these guys. They're not quite at the state where, you know, they're really menacing. But they would be threatening you with their chainsaws, gringo. Well, clearly something's off with Avery, so just... He's the old-ass animal now, who just needs to be put down. Unfortunately. Whether we like it or not, that's harsh reality. And that's business at the end of the day, too. And now that he got this contract, all eyes are on him again. Donald is now on the rising. On the rise. Then we go and silence the incriminating little reporter all the way from Staunton. Because he took an incriminating photos of Avery getting killed. What do you know? That same guy is also the one who ran out of Cathedral on our last task. He was that prankster. Sometimes, you know, pranks can be fine. Like, whatever we did for Leon, yeah, that was alright. It's all fair and square. But impersonating a god's servant, that's just not right. You don't do that. That's a sin. That's a really big sin. So Ned also gets put down. And what do we have then? Why, of course, 2 fresh corpses. Yummy. And of course, Donald is gonna announce his big return. And what is a better way than having a big morgue party? Twice as many corpses. Twice as fun. The good old wise dog Avery, with all his knowledge, is bursting out of his decaying body. And this tricky little weasel named Ned. Also gotta be useful for something. Yes, indeed, it's gonna be a big party. A whole hangar in the airport is reserved for that. Favorite hangar, of course. Free of charge. Try hard. Yeah, I needed to be in the vehicle, to be fair, when I was stopping the guy, because otherwise yeah, I really preferred not to park. Or maybe it was because I caught him at a turn. Hard to say for sure. Yeah, that was a bit scary, but oh well. Sorry, can't listen to that. That's a red flag tune.
Then Passmaster's patented system shows them what really happened. Your kid will learn to be a bloodthirsty hypocrite much quicker than you thought possible. Passmaster.
So now that we are done with it, at least there's common decency going on. We at least have some kind of vehicle to escape the airport. There is a wasteland, unfortunately, at this point in time. And what do we do next? Why, some more stuff for Donald. This time around, oh, it's going to be a big business plan in action. What can possibly Donald want of us at this moment? What can be so big? What can he learn from the teachings of Avery? Avery and his gang wars, provocations and all that stuff. Well, it's all fun and games, but what would be more helpful? Of course, that would be just demolishing a part of town entirely. course, that's highly illegal, some would say, but after we learn that these parts, these bits and pieces are controlled by the bad guys, namely Ferrellis, that are trying to smuggle some weaponry there. Well, what can you say? Just, your hand is forced. Yet again. Just acquiring the rights, acquiring the schemes and all that to the real estate stuff is not enough. Because these guys are gonna be trying to undermine everything you go for. So once again, excuse me, Lord Jesus Christ, but our hand is forced. Time to annuler the heathens. Send them back to Stone Age. All for the good cause, because later on this part will be renovated for the better. It'll be given justice, something these corrupt mafiosos would never ever. Oh, convenience. The radio just... Right, okay.
That was the Jack Stars. Into something.
106. Who needs a top 40 countdown?
So just 3 locations underground that we visit. You know, underground, the safe spot to just nuke a bit. Wee bit of a trolling that we do. Nothing will collapse too big. It's all good, it's all fun and games, it's all for the better cause. By 2001, this part of town will flourish once again. It'll all be good. All free of charge, thanks to the Honorable Donald Love. That unfortunately gets also very badly mistreated at that point in time too. Now, is it out? Well, I guess it is. Pranked. Oopsie. Oh, give me a new one. We fell a bit too hard. One of the few times what I mean, PCJ is good and all, but it's not really suitable for the trip. It's fine, this run was a long time lost cause. Just goes progressively further and further down. That's not gonna be enough speed, I think. Oh, never mind. Go fine. Oh, and the PCJ here. Ooh, let's go. I shall take that. As a compensation gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, hopefully it's already spawned. I'm not too sure. So, as much as I'd like to boast that I'm gonna be saving plenty of time here with this PCJ, first of all, it's not guaranteed, and second of all, I would need to take armor. It doesn't help that these idiots... What the... Yeah, it makes sense why he was... going so slow. Clearly, going back to my statement, they're just not capable of operating anything too serious. They're like the same low-tier gang as the Triads or Yardies. Like, what a joke. Hey, driving sideways, come on now. Clowns.
And making a double today. It's
Let's get to the airport.
I failed to make it as a hall monitor at school, and since then I've had a huge boner for authority. How can I get job satisfaction?
I think we already presented that. Probably on GTU. But yeah, first idea was PCs, then I got some additions to that. OOB, and then, well, since testing was mostly on him, yeah, we just polished the formula. Oh, mostly on him, but yeah, of course, I had to take these tester suggestions too. Since I had the out-of-bounds save state anyway for practice, that was easy. But yeah, mostly credits to him for initially thinking of something like that. Just then gotta be figuring out the good angle and all that. Do not have to force yourself off the bike. Because the first draft was forcing yourself off the bike, falling off, and then upon landing, like being spawned on the near the Donald's mansion, you would lose like half HP or more, which would be the scariest part. But now you don't have to. Oops. I wish Kathleen would be here, but no, she's somewhere, who knows where. Clearly not big of a threat yet to anyone at all. I mean, Colombians are a joke, so who cares? It probably makes sense. If they are a joke, she's also, by the same logic. But yeah, after all these pranks, after losing the top dog, after the big money bag, Avery, previous mission was just pissed off, disgruntled. Do I still need the cop car? Yeah, I guess I do. Fuck. Can I do this? Let me try. It's probably in the path. Even if it's not in the despawning zone, it probably still will despawn either way. I'll see what's this worth. Unfortunately, handed a really good spawn, but just can't make use of it. Yes, I have time to waste. It's whatever. I think that was out of the despawn zone, but maybe it will despawn after, who knows. Anyway, back to the previous topic. Colombians were really upset. They tried to show that they mean business, but yeah, they really do not. Not at this time and date.
Holy shit!
Oh, just a bit of a quicker trigger here. What do you mean, Sicilians, dumbass? I'm talking about the previous mission still. God, you pay attention at all? What am I blabbering all this about for? Some people, I swear. And that's why you get blamed all the time now. Listen! Fucking listen. But now, yes, thanks for leading up to this. Next mission. This current one, actually. Yeah, now, after all this time, finally, the law system actually did its best and actually is trying to give our buddy Sal here a fair trial in the court. Which is a very, very good thing. Hardly a thing you would expect. That's why it's even, like, even more so better. Okay, you stop choking, holy. But of course, once again, same as the, you know, Sindako kidnapping them. Our leader back in Portland. This time around, these guys really just, you know, don't want Sal to make it to the court. Because they're afraid. They're not influencing the law. They're not that deep into the system. The Sicilians. Those who, you know, since we're skipping certain helicopter mission, once again, got a throwback to that. We don't know some important lore now. Even like... even barely. Even seeing some kind of menacing guy in a copter. But you know, he's actually from the Sicilians. Yeah, Yakuza's come from Japan, and Sicilians, well... it would be pretty obvious where they come from. And Sicilians are heavily involved with some of the mafias. Mainly Leone's too. Previous Don was Sal's cousin or brother or whatever. But Sal showed who's the boss, and yeah, that's why he's the main guy now. But now these Sicilians, nobody asked for the intervention. They're still trying to stir some stuff up. That's really not honorable at all. And just taking their competition out of commission? Really, really dirty and disrespectful. They deserve a spanking. They deserve to be taught a lesson. And that's exactly what we should do. We protect Sal, and then we head back for the final one. One last job, guys. It's exactly as non-honorable as dishonorable as kidnapping Sal early on or trying to assassinate Donald. They just, you know, the opposing forces really don't know any kind of, they don't have any morals, they don't know any, have no honor. Really, really for shame. God damn it, Sal. Please. Dumbass. Stupid ass cop car, that's why you bail out of it. Even if it might sometimes maybe dangerous sometimes. At least you won't have to babysit AI any further. I don't think so, Mr. Rampo. Either way, what can be, what can a plan be that would lead up to taking revenge on these Sicilian dickheads? Well, first of all, we need to establish the connection to a new mayor. About time. Last time, yeah. Previous mayor wasn't really negotiable. This new one, not our candidate, but surely if we are the first come, first served, might as well take the cake. There's no more, big threat from Sindakos. Forellis are also crippled.
I'll drive. You keep us covered.
So we're just taking it. Now who can you expect to try to influence the mayor? Triads? As if. Colombians? They're too incompetent. Clearly shown before. Yakuzas are grieving. They also lost their leaders. Now it's only us and Sicilians, since yeah, they've just been scheming behind the scenes. They just take no losses. But now they go all out. With fancy boats too. That's gotta be taking a lot from their budget. Plenty of
Behind us, Tony.
plenty of fresh meat too. Did we just take all out? Hardly a best plan. Not even a good plan. Not even a decent one. Just
Straight shoot, Tony.
just try to force as many bolts as possible. Shooty shoot shoot, and hope for a success. Well, too bad. Tony is now at peak performance. All this challenge, all the obstacles beforehand, all the challenges prepared him for this one, for the ultimate finale. Mass trial with the Hitman, all worth it in the end. Because that made Tony remember his roots, that made him realize who he is, his best qualities, trained him. It wasn't a complete waste, like it or not. But in the end it was all perfectly planned in the grand scheme of things. Wouldn't be surprised if it was actually Sal who was like, yeah, let's put Tony through trial in different ways. All to get him mentally, physically, and all the other stuff prepared. Yeah, these Sicilians are clearly no match for us. One minigun going brrr versus a big army of Sicilians. Who would win? Clearly the former. And here we go. That's the end of any percent. No AJS. Forgot about the time, I guess, but nah. We're still gonna do some Maria. the big finale. We clearly have time, according to estimate, and that doesn't take as much as we have to spare. We'll just, you know, the grandest of them all finale. Ooh, I hear a bike. Yep. Come on now. Okay, it's red light anyway. Cool. Thanks for the GGs. That was okay. Okay enough. Even though I was expecting a bit better with the new stuff, but yeah, it just was gradually falling apart. Nothing much I could have done. Like if I really couldn't squeeze a good port in there, it was a matter of time before I was entering the reds and yeah, all collapses because bridge cycles and all that stuff, but I tried my best. I don't think I screwed up anything too big, so that should have been adequate enough performance. And hopefully this dumbass commentary attempt, tryharding, whatever, was not too bad. Wasn't really giving radio much of a chance to shine. It was a constant talk, but Anyway, as I was describing way earlier now, Maria, still being presented as the most vile and dirty human being in this game. If you remember, we deal with the Proto-Lost gang. She really loves being beaten, well, you know, same as Ashley. Well, maybe she doesn't quite like it, but maybe she's just hiding, who knows. She clearly, well, yes, it would be a bit dirty to say that she deserves it, but she did some nasty things. It's not all, you know, unreasonable. However, Wayne is not quite right in the head too, being your average, probably meth user biker. He's also getting a kick off of just beating women. That's also not right. If anybody can raise a hand on Maria, that would probably be Sal. That'll be only right because she's been mistreating him badly. Our poor boss. While we still have to rescue her, teach Wayne a lesson by, you know, burying him, basically. Before he activates the Giga Cheat and acquires a god bike. And then we also have to final mission. We just have to find some drugs. XD. Why not? You know, just Maria stuff. Maria does what Maria can to survive. Drugs. While also we happen to stumble upon the Proto-Lost, and well, we evade them successfully this time around. No dirty business, no problems. And we're done here. Maria tried to negotiate some money from us, but well, how convenient that we are really rich after the end of the main story, but we stay humble. We don't let this heathen just try to make us cheat on the boss. The mafia business is more important, and the girl, she can go back to trying to suck up $1 out of Sal. That's her life. That's her purpose. But yeah, that's the end of the story. Hope you all enjoyed.
And thank you very much, Redlof, of course, for staying up so late. Sorry we kept you waiting with the paramedic stuff, but yeah, great job.
Yeah, now that I was talking so much, I was feeling absolutely fine. That was refreshing.
It's never easy to play and talk at the same time, but yeah, I definitely agree that you did an awesome job. So we will quickly go to intermission while we finish up for the night, and then we will find a raid target. So please do stick around to support, you know, the community and whatnot. But I appreciate you all hanging out tonight, and I'm sure Redlof does as well. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Good night.